Okay, all right. Looking ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will talk today about legal framework on mediation in Romania. My presentation will be a brief one. Mediation has been legislated in Romania in 2006 by a law regulating the procedure and the profession as well, a law generated by the efforts of several NGOs involved along the time in the promotion of this particular domain. The law has been significantly modified in 2009 and this year. Nationwide, we have qualified around 10,000 mediators following the highest standards of professional formatting, of whom 4,000 are authorized and enlisted on the official mediators table put together and sanctioned by the Mediation Council, the national authority on regulation and control in the field of mediation in Romania. The Mediation Council is an independent organization of public interest founded by law and with no subordination to any other national authority. In Romania, the profession of mediator is a liberal one. We define mediation by the Romanian law as a way to amiably resolve conflicts with the help of third parties specialized as a mediator under the circumstances of neutrality, impartiality and confidentiality by the free will of the parties in dispute. The most recent change in the legislation due to Law 115 this year enhances the importance of mediation in Romanian society as a whole by introducing the compulsory information on mediation, exactly what you said, for the parties involved in certain types of litigation starting January the 9th, 2013. The information procedure is free of charge. The benefit of a new legal provision being the impact of the public opinion and the promotion of mediators and mediation. According to Romanian law, mediation aims at reach a common solution mutually acceptable and advantages to any conflict brought in front of mediation. Once a convenient to all solution is identified, an agreement is signed by the parties. The mediation agreement is a result of shared efforts on the participants to the mediation process to reach a negotiated and unanimously accepted accord supported by a competent mediator. The mediator has the obligation to follow before concluding a mediation agreement, as well as during editing the agreement that represents the will expression of the parties, the below stated guidelines. The agreement must be legal and moral. The parties have to be in control of the goods and acts of they engage to dispose of or proceed to. The party must carefully evaluate the financial status as to be able to respect the obligation assumed by signing the agreement. The deadlines and places for payments and other specific action agreed must be clearly stated by month, weekday, time, location, etc. There should be an extended validity of the obligation assumed through a mediation agreement. The party should use the same interpretation of the clauses of the agreement. The mediator must see to parties' understanding without doubt the agreement and its provision and accept it as a negotiated result. The mediator should state specific ways the parties could follow to respect and proceed to applying the mediation agreement. The mediation should foresee specific on respecting the agreement by the involved parties in case the objective conditions set forth by the agreement change independently of their will. In case of partial agreement, the mediator should encourage and grant the parties the opportunity to reconvene the mediation process and or to use another ideal method. In accord with the mediator, the parties could establish an evaluation and monitoring procedure for the mediation agreement. The aforesaid monitoring is intended to facilitate respecting the mediation agreement by the signatory parties. By Romanian law, the mediation agreement has the value of a written document empowered by private signature. A written agreement put together and agreed upon by signatory parties with no intervention by any representative of the state authority. If there is the will of parties, the mediation agreement could be presented to a public notary for authentication or could be forwarded to a court under certain circumstances with a request to have a judicial decision granting on it in order to make it official and enforceable by the law. After this step, the mediation agreement could be viewed as mandatory if the parties involved do not respect its provision and the coercion force of the state could be fully used. The Romanian legal framework on mediation, flexible and adapted to the need of mediators and the beneficiary of mediation process, offer a solid start base in consolidating mediation as an alternative procedure on solving the dispute in Romania in accord with the European recommendation and directive concerning the EDI. Thank you.
Thank you, Zeno. I was inhaling and exhaling as you were speaking because I was just thinking about